The news website, The Huffington Post, for $315 million. It's AOL's biggest acquisition since the company separated from Time Warner in 2009. John Terrett reports.
The Huffington Post is one of the most powerful online publications of its kind, already among the top 10 global news sites. Not bad for a start-up just 6 years old. The Huffington Post has a small team that break their own stories, but its reputation has been built on trawling other news websites for headlines and exclusives and then publishing them all in one place on the Huffington Post.
You can send me anything, Ariana@huffingtonpost.com.
The site gets its name from founder Ariana Huffington, the one-time Greek shipping heiress turned astute businesswoman who will join the board of AOL as part of the deal. By adding the Huffington Post to its growing stable of websites like MapQuest and the ultra-local news-based Patch.com, AOL is hoping to attract more eyeballs to its own struggling site.
I know there's going to be some speculation.
AOL's been having a tough time after it was dumped by Time Warner when their much-trumpeted merger from year 2000 fell apart. AOL's revenue from online commercials and dial-up connections shrank sharply in 2010, and it hopes that by building up its portfolio of websites like the Huffington Post, advertising cash will soon start flowing its way once again. John Terrett, Al Jazeera, Washington.
Now, in the UK, the issue of law and order has been a cause for concern recently, but here's something which might offer some hope. When this jeweller's store in the central English town of Northampton was attacked, help was close at hand in the unlikely form of a passing grandmother. Armed with nothing more than a handbag, she confronted the gang directly. Here she comes. 4 of the 6 have been arrested. The 70-year-old plus supergran has been hailed a handbag heroine. This is Al Jazeera, and these are the stories making the headlines. Protests are continuing across Egypt for a 15th day. There have been calls for another big march on Tuesday. This is the nation's government decided to give state employees a 15% hike in salary. Southern Sudan has voted overwhelmingly to break away from the north. Official results confirm more than 98% of voters backed secession. But Africa's newest nation won't formally be created until July. The WikiLeaks founder Julian Assange has been in court in the UK fighting extradition to Sweden, where there are claims of sexual assault against him. His defense lawyer says he could face the death penalty if Assange is then sent on to the US on separate charges relating to his whistleblowing website. France's foreign minister is facing calls to resign after taking a holiday in Tunisia in late December during the country's uprising. Michelle Alliot-Marie has said she regrets taking the holiday. She's also admitted that she used a Tunisian businessman's private jet several times during her stay, but she's refusing to stand down. The Cambodian government says heavy shelling by Thailand's army has caused part of an 11th century temple to collapse. Fighting over the past 4 days has forced thousands of Thai villagers to flee the disputed border region. Hundreds of Cambodians have also been evacuated from the area. Both countries lay claim to the area that surrounds the temple. The UN's chief, Ban Ki-moon, is said to be deeply concerned about the standoff and has called for maximum restraint. A general strike in Bangladesh has been paralyzing much of the country. Authorities have raided the headquarters of the opposition party in the capital Dhaka on Monday. In other parts of the country, police fired tear gas and arrested protesters. Opposition politicians called for the action in protest over rising prices. They're also demanding early elections. Health officials in Sri Lanka are warning of possible outbreaks of disease in areas that have been badly hit by floods. Heavy monsoon rains have affected more than 1 million people in the north and the east of the island. The waters have damaged large swathes of farmland in rice-growing regions. And emergency warnings have been issued for areas of Western Australia as bushfires continue to spread. The blazes have destroyed dozens of homes near the capital, Perth. Those are the headlines. The news comes up in half an hour after Faces of China.
most populated country on earth, the world's fastest growing economy, a land undergoing profound change. Al Jazeera presents Faces of China, a series of films from Chinese filmmakers working independently, telling personal stories in their own way. This is an insider's look at China. In this episode, Chinese graduates fresh out of university are keen to secure their first job. But fewer vacancies and more competition means that not everyone can be certain of finding work. Filmmaker Gao Song follows two graduates, gaining an insight into their aspirations and frustrations. Last year, 6 million Chinese students graduated from universities. Many found it difficult to find work. This is the story of two graduates from Sichuan University, the largest in Western China, seeking to find their place in the workforce.
In a sense, I shall be quite happy to be able to meet my own needs. I don't want to think about the future right now. The only thing that matters is that I earn a living. I think that if I am unable to manage now, what can I expect from the future?
I have not been sleeping well for some time now, thinking about the present and the future. I'm a little worried because I have not found a job yet. I do not know what will happen to me after university.
Prior to final exams, universities organize job fairs for their soon-to-be graduates. Local companies are invited to speak about their employment opportunities.
I used to tend to idealize society too much. However, society is cruel. If a recruiter doesn't wish to hire you, he can say it with a smile, but at the end of the day, he still won't hire you. As students, we don't know how to react faced with this situation. Especially those students with families in financial difficulty are under great pressure. They must find work. They are forced to accept small salaries of even 500 yuan a month in the hope that something better will arrive around the corner. Students who come from richer families just want higher salaries, at least 800 yuan a month.
Feng has managed to find temporary work at a local school.
I feel better now. I'm not afraid anymore. It always comes down to self-confidence. I'm not afraid, I'm going to do it. How to survive in society and how to deal with society are the two great questions. The level 4 of English certificate is very important. I think I should jump on the opportunity. Tonight, I'll face the students as a teacher. This is a big step for me. I feel the pressure. I'm excited, but nervous as well.
Okay, let's go.
跟同学们一块儿学习，希望同学们 下面我们